That was not the Last Supper, guys. That was part of the Last Supper. This is what I researched. It made it even more precious. I cried off and on all night when I realized what happened after Jesus had him break bread and after the communion. Then he turned to them and he did chapter 14. Chapter 15. Chapter 16. Chapter 17 of John. 14, 15, 16, 17. He gave them 30 sermons. And he crammed it all into the next few hours. Before they sang that hymn and they went out, he said to them, "Let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. Because in my Father's house are many mansions." It's still the Last Supper. If it were not so, I would have told you. And then he tells them, you got to love one another. And my peace is with you. Don't let it go. And then he tells them, you are the branches and I'm the vine. And you have to stay in me. This week's assignment is to read chapter 14, 15, 16, 17 of John. I want you to know what the rest of the meal was. He had so many sermons wrapped up. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man comes unto the Father but by me. You had that in there too? Yeah. You know, I knew the chapters. I just didn't realize that they occurred during the Passover dinner. They are called chapter 17 is called the high priestly prayer or the farewell prayer. It's an incredible prayer that you need to know Jesus prayed. Longest prayer, the whole chapter, chapter 17. He prayed it for you. There is a specific name given to these 4 chapters. And I had no clue. They were the farewell message. Before Jesus was crucified, he preached 30 sermons. Kind of, sort of. All at one time. I fell in love all over again. I fell in love. I realized the message he gave me the day I gave my life to Jesus Christ was John chapter 15. Now I've made you clean through the word I've spoken unto you. I realized he preached that at Passover. It wasn't a Sermon on the Mount. It was his last words before he knew he was going to die. So you know you're going to die next week, 2 o'clock, Thursday afternoon. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to preach? What are you going to say? If you knew it. What are your last words? And then the day of, and all your kids are gathered together at the table for the Last Supper. You know you're going to share. What are you going to do with the message? Well, I'm not giving it to Judas. He's going to toss it out. You guys need to start screwing around and talking about swords. I ain't getting to pick one up. I'm going to wash your feet and try to show you the last messages that are so significant that if you don't love each other, if you just don't love each other. You know, someone was upset at me this week because I corrected them very firmly. It's real easy to look at somebody's sin, but not look at your own. And I reminded them, didn't you walk through this one time too? Oh, don't you mention that. That's under the blood. Well, so is theirs.
That's right.
eye might be hard. I don't really care. Love one another. The little speck we got in our eye. I mean, their eye. Oh, the beam I've got in mine. Yeah, get rid of my beam before I go after their speck. Love one another. He taught the most incredible messages. I can't preach them all this morning.